Hi, my name is Sapira Sella, and I am in your Marketing 510 class for fall 2023. I'm going to share with you my project, which is about increasing customer retention for the boutique gym, a subscription-based industry. I have a lot to cover, so I'm going to take tidbits from every big piece of my paper. So to start, I want to start us off with what is customer retention? Customer retention is the ability for a company to maintain its current customer base. And customer retention is extremely important for every single business, but extremely crucial in industry because there are monthly memberships. And so we want customers to continue because otherwise those monthly memberships would be canceled and then we lose our big customer base. So in the fitness industry, because it's monthly, we're basically all based on customer retention once we have that customer base. So what is a boutique gym? So boutique gyms are specific gyms that target customers that are more serious about fitness. This could be bodybuilders, powerlifters, influencers, or people who just really take their fitness seriously. These boutique gyms are typically higher priced. They have unique equipment. They're higher quality in terms of product, in terms of machines, in terms of services. And importantly, they have a smaller membership base to allow each customer to be able to use the equipment kind of whenever they want. So there isn't that big issue that you run into in commercial gyms where you walk in at 5 p.m. and every single machine is taken. So there's that small membership base and a sense of community because people are from a similar background, have very similar interests, are all in that bodybuilding, powerlifting world. And within that, retention is crucial. And because specifically of that small community, word gets around. When something happens, people know about it. So it's important to keep that community excited and happy and satisfied with the boutique gym. So I covered this map. We discussed this map in class. This is a positioning map where we have two different factors, and in this case, I chose pricing quality. So as you can see, one axis is the quality of the product, and the other one is price. And we want to position our product either as the top right or the bottom left. Those are the feasible positions, or as you can see, the middle is also a feasible position. But in our circumstance with a boutique gym, we are at the top right. We offer a high price item with a high quality item. So, yes, the monthly memberships are double, maybe triple the commercial gym price, but we're also providing a much higher quality. So, we're providing that value proposition that a member finds valuable. So, we're providing high quality equipment. We're providing that sense of community and connectedness that a commercial gym doesn't offer, and therefore that price can go up. Commercial gyms tend to be on the low quality, low price spectrum on that left quadrant at the bottom, which means that people are willing to pay $10, which is a very low price a month, and they're able to accept the fact that it's really busy at times or there aren't those unique equipment options. Yep. Next is how to retain customers. So this is extremely, extremely important. This is the basic foundation of my paper that I talk about. And there are different ways to retain customers in the boutique gym space. And one of the top things that I learned is that the CRM tools are extremely helpful to gain knowledge about customers. I learned this from Lamari 2022 and other articles. This is one I wanted to mention. And basically, a CRM system captures knowledge and data that we have about customers, and we're able to utilize that to market different things specifically targeted to those different customers. And it's extremely helpful because we in the industry can maintain that information and target it specifically without wasting time, energy, and resources. Another way to retain customers in the boutique industry is to create relationships. So, what makes it different from a commercial gym is that we have those bonds in that community and those relationships. So, it's important for the trainers or the owner of the gym to maintain relationships with the consumers and ask them how they're doing. How can they help them? Make them feel like this is where they belong, because that's what makes a boutique gym special. That's what is is so unique about it and the reason that people are able to pay so much. And just continuing forward, another way to retain customers in the boutique gym industry is to provide service attributes which are extremely important, such as um, the high quality equipment, like I mentioned, personal trainers that know what they're talking about. And Ferrand in 2010 really highlighted that service attributes are just so crucial. So I wanted to highlight that. And then one last thing on the slide is customer satisfaction, which is so important. Um, as you can kind of guess, if customers aren't happy, they're not going to continue their membership. And with a monthly, month to month payment system, customers will leave at the end of the month if they're not happy, which means that the boutique gym needs to ensure that their customers are happy on a monthly basis so that at the end of the month when each customer pretty much decides, do I want to continue in this gym, um, that they're happy. And that can be done with many ways. Uh, I'll continue on to best practices because that's kind of linked to customer satisfaction too. LA Fitness has a great CRM system where it takes knowledge in the database and sends emails and personalized messages, and they do that with their advertising. LA Fitness is a very commercialized gym. There's a lot of different gyms of LA Fitness across the country, but boutique gyms can utilize that and learn from LA Fitness. One thing that LA Fitness does especially well is their social media. They post YouTube videos and funny videos to kind of create this funny, positive vibe online so that people can connect and feel like LA Fitness has their back and they can be happy with LA Fitness because they have the same sense of humor and so on. So that's kind of the route that LA Fitness took, and boutique gyms can take that path or something similar to connect with their audience. Another more personalized approach that LA Fitness took is communication directly with their member through the app. Regner mentions that quality communication is extremely important, and LA Fitness does a great job of that with their app. So every single member needs a barcode in order to enter each gym, and that's on an app. And the app has calendars with different class times and so on. And so that app is such a great way for the company to connect with their members, and boutique gyms can learn from that and take that into their industry. And finally, Planet Fitness has done a great job uh, excelling in their customer needs. So they noticed that there was a niche in the market, there was a need that customers wanted a low base payment option. And so one of their lowest monthly membership options is like $8 or $10 a month. And so they really fill that option for people. They do have those more expensive ones too, but for people who are looking for that low quality, low price, as we talked about earlier, they can get that with Planet Fitness. So, and the reason I mention the different companies is because boutique gyms are new. They're up and coming. There are not many articles or journals about boutique gyms, but boutique gyms can learn from the bigger conglomerates and the things that they're doing well to establish in their boutique gyms. And I'll kind of continue just with this worst practices, things we can learn that other gyms have done a poor job on. And Horstmeyer really talks about how worst practices, right, are just extremely bad for the industry, and companies can learn from this and excel. So just three big things: bad reputation. Those are some of the worst practices. Poor facility maintenance. People remember that, and that creates a really poor reputation if the gym is dirty or things are breaking down. Another one is ignoring customer complaints. It's important to be able to take those complaints and do something with it and make people feel heard if they are expressing their complaints. And then the third thing is inflexible policies. People feel that the policies are so inflexible, such as payment plans, membership options, things like that, then they will go to another gym. So whether that's a big gym or a small gym, a boutique or commercial, inflexible policies are really, really a huge deterrent to customers. I'll move on with the model of the consumer decision process. I talked about this in my paper, but basically, in a big glance, we're looking at the problem recognition as the first step. When a customer decides, you know what, maybe now I'm in a commercial gym, but I want something more specific, something more that's going to help me become the person that I want to be. I want to take fitness more seriously. They recognize that there's a problem. Then they go to search for information, whether that's asking friends, whether that's looking online. They do that search. Then they move on to evaluating alternative solutions, whether that's writing down or creating an Excel with different options, comparing factors, or in their mind, comparing factors, distance, options within the facility, prices, and so on. Then they go to product choice decision where they choose the gym that they want. What offerings does the boutique gym have that others don't? Why would I pay more money here if I could pay less and go to a commercial gym? And so forth. And then, in my opinion, the post purchase assessment is more crucial than really any of the steps because this is where the point, and especially in this industry where we're looking at how does the consumer evaluate their purchase. So, are they happy with their purchase? Do they want to do it again? And with gym memberships, that's a purchase that you consistently do every month. And even if not everyone looks at it that way, in monthly memberships, you're paying every single month. And when you pay month to month and you can stop, then that person can decide, you know what, I wasn't happy this month, I'm moving on to a different gym. So with this industry, the post-purchase assessment is crucial. And boutique gyms need to make sure that their customers are satisfied and want to continue at the gym in order to increase customer retention. So I'll end off on the competitive sustainability and future outlook, which I also discussed in my paper. One way to make sure that the boutique gym staying competitive in the industry is to hire ex-bodybuilders, power lifters, and people in the industry that know their stuff in order to train clients. Because in these boutique gyms, you have people who are experienced themselves who can possibly teach and train themselves. So hiring people that are extremely knowledgeable in the field is such a great asset. To add to that, working with influencers, sponsoring athletes, staying up to date with technology are all ways to stay competitive in the industry. And then future outlook. Like I mentioned, boutique gyms are relatively new. A lot of people still go right away to the commercial gym when they think of a gym and within their options, but they're increasing the boutique gyms. And so in the future, those boutique gyms will have even more competition. They'll compete with each other. And so they need to make sure that they're staying competitive in the market. I want to thank you for listening to my presentation. And here are my references that I mentioned within my presentation. Thank you so much.